So Stephen and I, being in the student services at at uh, at the head office, we have access to early autism specialists, behavior support teachers, speech and language pathologists, and their supervisors, program planning specialists, school psychologists, speak to our school facilitators around assistive technology. Schools Plus, we have access to all of the Schools Plus teams as well as the IWK nurses. So, if these are the supports that parents are looking for, of course, we would connect them with the school facilitator, who in turn would get back to them around team planning meetings and school planning meetings as such. Family.
Yeah.
Sorry, Stephen.
No, you can go ahead, Missy.
Yeah. So families, of course, are always looking for supports. So when we speak about, youth with learning oh my goodness, it's the vaccine, learning exceptionalities and disabilities. Parents are looking for supports, especially right now where we do have, the online home learning taking place. And so they're not in school with their peers. And so, Stephen and I have a really great connection with places like, Autism Nova Scotia, and connecting with Jill, and the McPhee Center for Art Activities, and just so a lot of these that you see on our screen right now, we have reached out to. We've just been invited to participate in things like the community circle so that we can share connections with, Hope Blooms, Club Inclusion, the community health teams, the military family resource centers. So we've made a point of reaching out to them to let them know that we're here for families so that we can make sure that they're connected back to not only the supports that we have within the school board, but also the supports within the community that we know of that can help families, especially during this time, once again, where we're at home doing our learning. So, Stephen?
Yeah, I think it's, Missy, can you go back one more
I
slide
sure
where
can.
our
Yep.
specialists are? Again, I think it's important that every parent understands that these specialists are people that are working with HRCE, their staff with HRCE. The majority of them right now, before they would go to various different schools, right now during the pandemic, they've been stationed, the majority of them have been stationed at one school, but they are still working virtually with other people that need them. But if you are a newcomer and if you are new to the area and you see this list, then you think in your head, oh, okay, well, they have these specialists. I can just, give them a call and be connected with them. Again, remember that the process that you would have to go through would be to connect with the guidance counselor or the principal of the school and speak with them about extra supports that you would have, okay, that you may get for your child. So for instance, just going down to speech and language, there's been a few calls to me concerning speech and language, and what I would have to do is direct them back to the principal and say, you need to speak to the principal about these needs. The principal will work through a process. Normally what has to happen is there has to be some kind of a diagnosis, or, there's more than just walking in and saying, okay, I need a speech and language pathologist. There is a process to it. And so I don't want parents just to see all of these specialists here, program planning specialists and other people, and think, okay, well, I'm just going to go and access one of those. It's not as easy as just going in and saying, well, I need one of these. And sometimes that's frustrating for parents. I understand that, because there have been some that have said, I've been looking for this resource, or I've been asking for this resource, and it just hasn't happened yet. So the specialists are there. They're not just for one school. They are for, you know, many schools. And the student services facilitator does a great job of trying to meet the needs for all of the children that need these specialists. But there is a process of how to access them, and there is a process that you have to go through to access them. And if we can help you as parent navigators, if we can help you with that process, that's what we want to do. But like I said at the beginning, it's really important that parents know that that process normally begins with the principal of the school. Okay. Okay, Missy, you can move on from there. So as parent navigators, one thing that Missy had mentioned is that we are in the student services area of central office. The nice thing about that is if parents call us, we are usually right there on the phone or on our computers to be able to answer them within a really timely manner. And that's one of the things that that I think parents have expressed to us that they appreciate is, I know some parents have said, well, I've been trying to get a hold of this or this person, or I've been trying to get a hold of this person, and you are the first person that's actually picked up the phone or has called me back within within a couple hours. And so I think that's important. If we can be that first voice that you hear, that can kind of direct you and maybe encourage you to another person, or encourage you to find the right resource, then that's one of the, I guess, the advantages of having the parent navigator right at central office, because we can usually within a couple hours or usually within the day be able to have a meeting with an administrator or with a student facilitator, or sometimes, within a few minutes, just get an answer for you about some area that you're looking for, whether that's direction of who to speak to or what to do in a certain situation. We do have access to these people, and we can pick their brains, we can ask them questions, we can just connect with them really quickly, where if parent navigators weren't there, many times parents have said, we've had to wait a couple weeks to get an answer or some kind of reply. And so even for us to be there at the initial stage, many times you'll call us, we'll talk to you, we'll move you on to someone else, and they're able to at least know about your situation and try to help you in the situation. So if we can navigate you and direct you in that area, then that's we find that it's been a big help for parents, and parents have expressed that to us. So in order to access us, you don't have to fill out a form. You do not have to go through the school. You can call us directly. Missy had put up our details there, our contact details. You can give us a call. Like I said, you can send us an email, and hopefully, if not instantly, hopefully within a very, very short amount of time, we'll get back to you and we can direct you and give you answers that you're looking for, or at least direct you towards the right person, so you don't have to go to 15 other people in order to get the answer that you're looking for.
Thanks, Stephen. So does anybody have any questions around our role and what we can offer families?
Please feel free to turn your videos on for or you and your mics, particularly those who want to ask questions.
Oh, no questions.
Please go ahead.
No question for me. Is clear the information.
Could you repeat your question?
No question.
Oh, Patricia, Patricia, yes?
Yes, yes. No,
Yes.
I don't have question. It's
Oh.
clear. The information is clear.
Oh,
Okay,
thank you
have a
so
comment.
much.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
I have one question. I'm asking for my friend. So, like, suppose his son is like 4 years, so he is not going to the school, and as you can see, he is right here with me, and he is autistic student, child, and he is not going to the school. So, if he need the help of to like the therapy for the speech therapy or all, so how it work? Because he is not in the school, so we cannot ask the principal or the teacher to help. So how he will get the help?
So are you working with your physician, your family physician at all?
No, actually, he is not my son. He is one of my friend's son, and he is also in our group. But today he was not able to attend because of he have some work, so he left. And he told me that if means on the behalf, if any information he is required, that I need to ask. So that's what the question I wanted to ask.
Okay. So I would urge him to speak with his physician. There's things like early intervention, EIBI. Yeah. Early intervention behavior. Oh my goodness. I'm so used to calling it EIBI. But yes, if he would speak to his family physician to see what they can put in place for your friend's son. And if he goes to a childcare center as well, to speak to even his early childhood educators and perhaps the director of the childcare center to see if they can put the EIBI in place for your friend's son as well.
Yeah, I believe
Just one.
EIBI is through the IWK, and so I know that they've been very active. We worked alongside Autism Nova Scotia, and they were a great connection because then they direct parents with children that are on the spectrum towards a lot of resources. So your physician, your home physician, a lot of people don't have a home physician here in Nova Scotia. But if you get connected with Autism Nova Scotia, if he's been connected with Autism Nova Scotia, then they will direct you towards everything that would be really geared towards autism. Jill Cormier, we have a contact information for her. She's a wonderful lady. She works with brand new families that have come in, and she does a great job of giving them information, of connecting them with the right people. So I would encourage you, first to do that with the Autism Nova Scotia. And like Missy had said, with IWK and EIBI, they usually do a great job of intervention, setting up a child with that program. And they also will connect when he transitions into school. They will connect you with the early autism specialists with HRCE, so that transition from daycare into school happens, and that child can then be on the radar with HRCE autism specialists.
Thank you so much.
Does that help, Rani?
Yes, this definitely help.
Okay, and if you do need information for any of that, please feel to give us an email, and we can discuss that further and try to put you in contact with the right people.
Thank you so much. Thanks.
Is there any other question from the participants? I also think the presentation was thorough and very well detailed. So thank you so much. It was wonderful to see the process step by step of how parents and guardians can address their concerns and their questions. So thank you so much. Great presentation. really appreciate it.